This is what I would call an extreme detailing. So I pulled out everything from inside of my truck, basically left the metal in place. There was a lot of dirt in here, and this is the part that I have power washed with a power washer. So water leaked forward and damaged my ECU. So I'll show. So this part is fairly well protected, as well as that connector there. It has a lot of dielectric grease on it. It was underwater and it did not care about being underwater. All these connectors were underwater, but they didn't care. In fact, all this is very well designed. This is a replacement ECU that I got off a junkyard that I had to take to the dealer to get reprogrammed, or I should say flushed out, so that it would accept the new key codes or the original key codes for the replacement ECU. I did call the locksmith by some posts, and locksmith came and deleted all the keys from Engine Immobilizer. So Toyota calls me back and says they have to reprogram Immobilizer, for which they charged me another $120. Do not call locksmiths. Take directly to Toyota to have ECU reprogrammed. It'll cost you $120. No pain whatsoever. At least my dealership was fair. So this is what I found when I peeled the carpeting. All this is the protective coating was eaten away by, or I should say the salt water leached under it and damaged my metal. There are some small holes in here which I would have to patch up with some epoxy, and then I'm planning to put POR 15 on this to really get it a good protection. Now the water was only about to here when this connector had shorted out. Well, I didn't know about it shorting out, and took out my ECU or ECM, whichever manual you read, you'll find different abbreviation for it. Engine control module or engine control unit. But in short, this connector is located way too low, way too low. Toyota, please don't place anything this low on an off-road vehicle. It's supposed to be about at least this height. Okay, that's too low. In fact, there's plenty of space to raise it up, and I'm probably gonna do that for the future. So internally, this carries data wires for the ECU and high amperage wires to control the back of the truck, lights and pumps and whatever other crap there is that's electronic. Under no condition I sprayed the top of the car. That was totally understandable, that there's plenty of electronics that could get damaged. But this connector is a big culprit. If any of you own a Toyota 4Runner, beware, this will bite you if you have water in here, especially if you had salt like here in Wisconsin we do. So in short, I took it to the dealer, and well, myself, I had rewired the connector, cleaned out all the oxidation, and here's the pin that actually burnt out. Here it is, burnt out and broke off. Everything went fine except that I had to program the keys, and no one but the dealer would be able to flush an ECU from a different car and made it to the new or I should say basically put from one car to another. They can do that. I could not find this sensor online anywhere, so I'm going to be putting some descriptions on this, on how, if this is your case, what needs to be done. So far the car is running. Well, let me turn it on. Like it did before, and everything's back to normal. Well, back to the schedule of putting this thing back together. So I got new leather for the seats. I got new wheels that or I should say rims that I'll be putting on. There's quite a few improvements that I'm planning to do to the car, and thank you for watching.